let's see if I butcher this name, because I don't normally say these names out loud. Ahpook.
That's me.
Ahpook. All right. Ahpook. We are here with Ahpook for a interview here. Ahpook, also known in the normal realm as Eric, has been a longtime supporter of our scene. He has helped out with many events, either from the promotion end or the sound end. It's definitely a part of our scene community, and I'm happy to have him in our first little group of interviews for Live in the Depths here. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah.
Who is Eric?
I'm Eric. I'm a mild-mannered product manager by day and a mild-mannered sound engineer by night. I love doing live sound, and that's kind of my main side hustle. As I work front of house at a couple of venues around town. Love doing lighting, love doing audio. Also play a lot of synthesizers and enjoy performing, but it's always a little bit weird for me now to get out up on stage, because normally, like, if I'm on stage, it means that something horrible has happened.
Right.
And like I'm trying to fix a problem, or it's something that's gone horribly wrong. So it's just a little different mind shift, but I do enjoy performing as well.
Awesome. I'm glad that you enjoy it, because I enjoy listening to you. How would you describe your music?
I would describe it as electronic music primarily. I mean, I play some acoustic instruments well. I play guitar and will occasionally put guitar on stuff that I'm working on, but it's largely heavily affected, and there's not too much of like straight up shredding from the guitar side of things.
Right.
I love classic IDM and take a lot of influences from that, particularly from like the early Warp scene where there was a lot of electro influences. I love electro. I love playing, like the set tonight is going to be largely electro focused, just because it keeps people's booties moving, it's like, it's fun. I love the bounce. I love making a strong backbeat that gets people dancing, and just has like a grounding in that kind of tradition, but also has some more like layered elements on top of that, some more that bring in some of the more IDM influences.
Nice. I love that. What inspires you to make music?
Well, I have all this equipment sitting around, and
that'll
so
do it. Hopefully.
I'm kind of like, maybe I should do something with this shit. I think no, but seriously, the thing that inspires me is just listening to music all the time and kind of getting an idea about something of like, oh yeah, I want to take that idea and put my own spin on it, or manifest my own kind of version of the things that I love to hear and put that out. Since the pandemic, I've gotten super into streaming on Twitch, and I do a lot of Twitch streaming, and that's just been a very cool vibe to get used to improvisation and to kind of be without a net and to play for longer sets. I've normally been pretty constrained around like 15 minutes of Volt Divers, 30 minutes here, but if I've got an hour and a half or 2 hours or 2.5 hours of streaming time to go, like, there you come to the end of what you have prepared and have to be willing to take a leap of faith that you're going to be able to come up with the next thing, that you're going to make come up with an idea or a sound that's going to be that's going to be interesting and going to keep things moving. So that's been really great.
I've tuned into quite a few of those, and those are a lot of fun to watch as well.
Appreciate that.
How different is your relationship with making music now than it was when you started making music?
That's an interesting question. I mean, when I very first started making music was like taking classical piano lessons as a kid, and then it was very formal. Like I had like the old school piano teacher that was like, here's the method, here's the scales, like here are the exercises, here are the pieces that you need to learn. And I appreciate that now from having that music theory background and having that grounding. But at the time I was like, this is not fun. Like this is not enjoyable.
Very stressful.
I moved over into playing guitar and played jazz guitar for a little bit in college. and then just didn't do music at all for most of my adult life until about 15 years ago. Seems like a long time ago now, but I got a license for Logic Pro because I worked at Apple at the time, and I was like, oh, now I need something to control these software synths with. I got a keyboard, and then it gradually took all my free time, all my money, all the space in my house.
That's what it does.
Just took it over. So that's been a long. It's been a long, like lifelong evolution, really. But for me, it's really just about like I just do what I want to do now, kind of like I said earlier, try to put stuff out there in the world that I want to hear and that I want to have to have represented, and so yeah, that's how it's changed.
It's a pretty big change. All right, so what are you doing tonight? What are you playing tonight?
Well, technically, I guess I have a small modular system. I have a Novation Peak, which I love, a couple of Electron boxes, and Polyam Play Plus, and then some effects loops. So that's the physical rig. And like I said earlier, it's mostly going to be earth-shaking electro. That's the joint. I got to try. Like, I played some stuff for my partner, and she was like, "This is all right, but it's just if you want to, it's not heavy enough. It's not aggressive enough." So I was like, "All right, another 4 BPM, I'll take it up. Another a little more overdrive on the kick. Like we'll get it going." So. Because again, my tendency is to just kind of drift off into space, and make things get spacey. So we'll hopefully still have a little bit of like I love music that you end up transported and you feel like you've gone on a journey, and that's what we're going to try and do is bring everybody along with us.
Excellent. Well. With that being said, I think it's about time for the first act to start. And that's going to be the Red Water, and we're going to go check that out.